Welcome to Phnom Penh, the capital city of Cambodia, boasting a population of more than 2 million inhabitants. It's the last place you would expect to find Indonesians working and living. Surprisingly, about 400 or so call Phnom Penh home. So what do they have to say about living and working in another country?
Of course, the first 5 months when I arrived here, I feel like, what am I doing here? Every day I woke up in the morning and always say that. I think after that, after the past 5 months, and I know the people, I know their friendliness, and I learned to know about the culture, and especially the work that I'm doing here is very dynamic. I meet a lot of people, so I think it makes me comfortable.
Well, the atmosphere is not too far from Indonesia. The people here is very nice.
Right.
And mostly in my work, I met my counterpart. They are very easy to cooperate with.
Right.
Yeah, because the Indonesian have the good image here.
My thinking that time the first time came here, I think, oh, not secure. But I have my friend, Apri friend, and I asked, and then said that, oh, I just come 2 months ago in Cambodia, no, it's safe.
Right.
And then I decided to come.
Both countries are similar in culture and nature, but there are some differences that lies beneath the surface. These differences might not be obvious to foreigners on the outside looking in.
I think, of course, if you compare Cambodia and Indonesia, it's a big difference. Because if you are here, you feel like you are in Jakarta probably about 25 years ago.
The difference is in the traffic. Yeah.
Right.
The problem is Jakarta is traffic jam. We come to office early morning, come back with night time, something like that.
Yeah.
So here, for this time, I think the traffic jam is, we can say no, just little, but we can measure the time. If come to office or to anywhere, we can still measure the time.
Same as working in other places in Indonesia. It's when you cross one island to the other island in Indonesia, you will deal with a different community, with different languages, different culture. So to me, it's just a matter of working in a different community here in Cambodia. So,
Right.
I guess the culture is almost the same.
Almost the same.
Yeah, I mean, how the people behave and stuff like that.
Maybe first of all, the weather, yeah. Here is
right.
very hot rather than Indonesia, and it's more like homogeneous here rather than Indonesia, because in Indonesia we met so many people, Indonesian people coming from different area with their dialects. Here only, same.
Right. Of course, in different countries, there exists different languages. And with that comes language barriers that need to be overcome in order for them to live from day to day. These are language barriers that we may take for granted.
Language barrier? No, but I guess it's quite funny to listen to how they pronounce their English.
I found many of the Cambodian local can speak and can communicate in English.
Right.
Rather in Indonesia, I find it a bit difficult in Indonesia, but here it's okay. So yeah, sometimes I have to use the gestures and all the hands movements, but generally not that quite barriers.
if you know Javanese language, if you know a little bit about Chinese, and you know Sanskrit, then you can easily learn Khmer language.
All right. How about when the first time you arrived in Cambodia? Was there any difficulty with the
But
language?
then I got a lot of support from the embassy.
Right.
For the first 3 months, it was really struggling. But then after that, I can manage.
I think in terms of language, of course, most of the Cambodian that working in my working area, they can speak English quite good, very good. So I don't think it's a language barrier in terms of communication. But of course, if you go to the market or other part of your working working area, it's sometimes we have challenges in communication. But I think as long as sometimes we can mix with the body language or the mimicking, they will understand.
I found Khmer language very much different and very much difficult to me especially. But dealing with them, I have interpreter in my office, and I don't see any major difficulty in dealing with them. I mean, they respect us as one family, because most of them in the rural area, they know that Indonesians have had close collaboration, had close relationship with Cambodia in the past.
It's easy to see that living in a country similar to your own has its advantages and disadvantages. But overall, what is the general opinion of the Indonesians living in Phnom Penh?
They are very eager to learn.
Right.
Yeah, they learn a new thing.
Mostly, I heard about they like to learn about culture and languages most of the time.
Not only that, they are learning about the technology. They are learning about the policy. They are learning many things. Yeah?
Many things.
They realize that they are starting a new country. It's a young country.
It's a young country.
It's a young country. So they are really learning to go to achieve something.
Yeah.
Cambodia has a very good potentials in the future. You can see, according to our college here, 3 years back, Phnom Penh is not this packed in traffic. But now you can see Land Cruiser Lexus everywhere. And I think that the government has a concrete plan to develop the country in economy and infrastructure. And I would say Cambodia still has a huge space for development. I would say that probably within the next 20 or 30 years,